I'm at the lumberyard in Victory Point. As you can see behind me, they're building these new luxury apartments, kind of like condos. They're working on them today. It's a Saturday. Got the row team out there breakfasting. They keep all their boats and everything over here. They call it the boathouse. Got a nice trail here. Everybody's walking and biking. You follow it around the Victory Point over here. It goes to the downtown Clermont area. You got the Citrus Tower right here. This is Lake Mineola. It's called the Lumberyard District Luxury Apartments. It's a $45 million project situated on 12.3 acre site. It's off of Victory Point. It holds up to 392 luxury apartments. They're said to be open probably this December 2026. I was going to go inside and walk around and show you a close-up view, but you got all the construction going on in there. They're not going to let me in there, I'm sure. So I wanted to give y'all more of a close-up view. This is kind of what they're going to look like when they're finished, with the whitish color and the gray and the greens. I think my wife eats this. I'm gonna have to show her the video. It's a nice area. When they get done, it's gonna be really nice here. You're gonna be close to everything. Walking distance to the water right over here. And you got downtown Clermont area with all the restaurants and shopping. And they're gonna build a new pavilion down there. You got quick access to everything pretty much. You have the water straight ahead. It's a nice lake. It's pretty quiet for the most part. Got some good views around here. Now coming back from the long boat outing. There's a beautiful lake though. Historic village is right here. I made a short little video there before. I didn't really go in anything, but kind of stumbled upon it. Thought it'd be nice to film. I'm on the backside of Victory Point. There's the tower straight ahead. I'm gonna see if I can walk my way out of here. My car is parked over there somewhere. Some different aquatic plants that you're going to see in the area. I'm right on the backside of Historic Village now. It looks like the little church. Just to give you an idea where they're building right here, the luxury apartments, and right down here, right where the stop sign is, As soon as you cross over there, that you're right in downtown Clermont area. So you're really convenient to walk to everything. Well, it's 88 degrees, but it feels like it's hotter than that. What's he doing? I don't know. Here's a little update. Never mind those eggs. I don't know what she's doing with those. Probably gonna use them as fertilizer or something. Got a bunch of roses coming out. Got the little arch thing there. I just mowed this grass a couple days ago and it's already coming back. It literally rains here like every day. These are some pretty roses here. Well, minus that one. This is that plant that she always pulls off and eats. It smells, literally smells like cat pee. I should know I have a cat. This is like a papaya tree growing in there, I believe. Got some Thai basil. More of those trees I can't stand. Some more roses. I got some tomatoes here. Somebody needs to do some weeding in here. Our trees are coming back from that last frost we replanted. We got like a little papaya. It just doesn't seem to want to grow. But these ones over here are growing. Oh, these are doing pretty good. Get rid of the dead limbs. This one looks pretty good. This is that sadao tree. That was totally gone, but it grew back. Right there is where the papaya tree used to be. That died hard in that storm. Now we have an issue over here. If you can see it. We got a leak. I believe it's coming from the, we have like a little irrigation system. Like, I don't know if you can see it or not. These sprout out of the ground, but it's been turned off for a while. But we just recently had the leak. Earlier I went to check out the luxury apartments that they're building at downtown, near downtown Clermont, near Victory Point. I believe it's called the Lumberyard District. I wanted to go in there and walk around and show some up close images, maybe some layout inside, what they're working on. But they got it pretty much fenced off all the way around, which is understandable because it's a construction site and it's active. They were actually working on it when I was there, so there's not really much I can do. I'll just have to follow up later on it. Once they get closer to finishing, maybe walk through and give a little better view of everything. As far as an update, I kind of want to take this channel in another direction. It's kind of a dead channel. It's not monetized. It's just basically something to keep me busy, something to kind of play with, have fun with, keep me occupied. I like doing it. So I'm not really making anything off of it or anything. And it's just me spouting off. Because I'm kind of an introvert type person. I usually talk real low monotone, and so this kind of gives me a way to kind of work on that and hopefully develop it where I can be a better talker and engage with people more. So I'm kind of throwing myself out there. I'm going to start throwing myself out there more and try to put myself in more positions where I have to make it happen, you know what I mean? So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I know things can change overnight. As far as the weight loss, I'm kind of right around 228, 229. So that's like 47 pounds I've lost. I should have lost a lot more by now, but kind of lately I've had this condition. I don't know what it is. Basically, it doesn't really affect me when I'm like working out, but like when I walk a lot or get on the treadmill, stuff like that, it just seems to hit me. I get like this kind of numbness go across my chest. Not necessarily always in the heart area, but kind of top of my, like the bottom of my rib cage, chest area kind of. It's hard to explain. It's not really a pain or anything, but it just seems like it tightens up and I can't breathe good. And I'm not sure if it's a lung thing or if it's a heart thing. I don't know what it is. I actually went to a cardiologist and they want to, of course, give me stress tests and everything else. They give me EKG, which I thought was, I see them doing it, you know, I get it, but the EKG crashed midway through when they did it the first time. And then the girl hooked up again. And then the sticky tabs wouldn't stick because I have like hair on my chest and everything. And basically she's holding it on me while she's administering the test. So I'm like, this is not going to give up accurate reading. I mean, they didn't even give me the results of the test. And they're like, hey, we want you to take a stress test. And, you know, so I'm just like kind of skeptical of this doctor just by that. I know that's kind of the only way I'm going to find out stuff is do further testing, but it just seems like every doctor I go to is just out for money, and half of them, well, probably all of them that I've been to, just, they never find anything wrong. My blood always comes back good. Everything comes back perfect or close to it. And they never find any reason of why things are happening. So it's just like I'm spending money for nothing, basically. But I'm trying to be, you know, safe than sorry, and I'm trying to get ahead of everything and try to take care of things in case there is a problem, but no one ever finds the problem. So that's kind of what I'm dealing with. And then you have to take off to go do the test, and it's just a bunch of, you know, I just know I'm gonna waste my money again, but I'll probably do it just because you never know. So basically I haven't been working out like I want to, but I'm gonna start walking again and working out at home maybe a little more. I still have the gym membership, but you know, when I get off work, I really don't want to drive. Like, it's not that far, but it's just such a hassle because usually I'm blasted after work because my mind's just like melted after dealing with what I deal with at work all the time. So I just want to like come home and chill and sit on the couch for an hour and vegetate, not really go off to the gym and work out. It's not that I'm lazy, it's just that my brain's blasted and I just need a mental break, not keep going. So it's kind of hard for me to go straight from work to the gym. It's like a half hour there, half hour back, plus the time I'm there. So it's basically at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours out of my life to work out. That's if I don't have to wait behind people because everybody's in there at the same time. Cosmo's coming here. Come here. Come here. Ugh. Have you seen Cosmo lately? He doesn't like being held. He follows me everywhere. But I have lost a good amount of weight and I do fit my clothes better, I look better. I even seen pictures of myself because someone took pictures at work. And I was like at a playground because I took my students to a playground and I was interacting with some of them on the playground and they took pictures of like me from like far away behind and I'm like, man, I don't look fat at all anymore. So it's really a good feeling to have to finally lose weight. And I know I'm gonna lose more and I need to lose more, especially in the mid area around the stomach. I kind of let that go a little bit, but I'm getting back on track now. Some other exciting news is my wife and I booked a trip to Thailand. So we'll be flying ANA, that's Japanese airline, which is a pretty good one. And we're gonna be going probably the second week in February, and we'll be there until the second week of January, first week of February. So we're gonna be there like 3 weeks. We're gonna go visit our property. I'm not sure if we're gonna put a fence up, maybe just a cheap one, kind of put our boundaries up, you know. She's talking about maybe digging a pond or planting some trees. She wants to put some papaya, banana, and coconut trees on the property. We'll see if that gets done. We're talking about going to Hua Hin and Chiang Mai. We don't know yet, we'll see. I want to go to Chiang Mai, she wants to go to Hua Hin. We have 3 weeks, but it goes by quick, especially when you're traveling place to place, because you lose like time going in between places and checking in and stuff. I'm gonna do a lot of pricing, food and places and things, just to see like the comparison of there to here. I know it's gonna be cheaper, but I wanna see how much difference it is. And I kind of want to run a budget to see how much it would cost us, like if we lived there on a regular basis. She's going to go in there and look at some possibilities of maybe starting a nail salon or something like that. It's not going to be anywhere near the money she makes here, but she kind of wants to know for herself, so she can do that on her end, I guess. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about it. I know it don't seem like it here, but inside I am. Because I haven't been anywhere in a long time, and there's so much I want to see and do. And my mentality's changed a lot since I've gotten older, you know. I used to say and do stupid stuff when I was younger, and even on videos, and if you look, even on this channel, if you go back to my Thai videos, some of it was just ridiculous and stupid, and yeah, I feel like I'm a different person now. You know, when you get older, you get more mature, plus you learn from your mistakes, and that's kind of where I'm at now. I've slowed down a bunch, and I kind of take in what's important and what's not. I filter things out now. I don't really drink alcohol. I'm not going to say I never will again, but I probably haven't touched it in over a year or so, and I just don't have a need for it. I know it's fun to drink when you get around people and family and friends and stuff, but I just don't miss it really. And my wife doesn't drink, so that's one savings we'll have, because that adds up quick, especially when you're going to the bars and restaurants drinking. That's kind of an update, you know. I kind of want to take the channel in another direction. I'm going to film over there in Thailand, and I'm going to film here. I live in Central Florida, so I want to touch more on Central Florida and what it has to offer. I maybe want to start talking to some like small local businesses, maybe do some interviews, show what they have to offer. Because I think that's a strong thing nowadays, is the mom and pop places. I think they have better experiences, better customer service. I mean, you might pay a little more, but I'd rather pay a few bucks more and have a better experience and have someone know you, recognize you. When you walk in, they know your name, they know what you want, they know what you're interested in. You actually feel like that's your friend or your family. I mean, because sometimes, a lot of times, they look out for you because they're trying to keep you as a customer. They value you. Where as you go to somewhere else, like you go to a corporate shop or store, retail, or you go to a restaurant or whatever, they don't care. All they worry about is maybe getting a tip out of you, or, you know, they don't care if they make sales or not, unless they have a quota, and you're just a number. You might save a few bucks, but I'd rather support local. If you have it, I'd rather support local. If you don't have it, I can understand. You know, even I don't have it sometimes, and I have to go through the corporate channels, but when I have it, I like to give it to the local, support the locals. And that's kind of what I want to dive into, and then maybe share some experiences I have in Thailand, because it's always fun to vlog there and show things there. And plus it's good for memory's sake. You can always look back at it on your channel one day. Because let's face it, you know, I'm not always going to be here in the future, and my wife's not always going to be here in the future. You never know when your time's up. And the one thing I can say is, when I'm making, excuse me, when I'm making these videos, if something ever does happen to her, at least I have some videos of her I can look back at and remember her and remember the good times we had, outside of just memories in my head. and she could do the same with me if she wants, you know. So I kind of appreciate these videos just for that aspect alone. And sometimes you want to go back as a guide or a memory. You know, I've actually went back on videos with my wife where we were trying to remember, where was that name of that hotel we stayed at in Bangkok and blah, blah, blah. And we didn't remember the name, and we're like, whoa, I filmed it on my channel, let me go back and look. So we went and looked, and we got the name, and then we remembered so we could book the hotel the next time we went. So it's just like good reference points and things like that you get from, you know, creating content and stuff. So I just enjoy doing it. So I'm kind of running off here, but you get what I'm saying. But for the few people that do watch me, I appreciate you watching me, and I hope I get better at this, and I hope I make more entertaining stuff. If you guys ever have any feedback or constructive criticism or things you want to see in the area or things you want me to do, you know, please shout them out. You can message me on here, or if you have my personal DMs or whatever, you can hit me up. It doesn't matter. You know, I appreciate you guys. So until next time.